Periva Sharanam. Thus spake the Paramacharya, the Vedic language. All of us are thinking that Sanskrit or Sanskritam is the language of the Vedas. But this may be astounding to many if this is denied. To consider Sanskrit as a Vedic language is a mistake. The language of the Vedas does not have the name Sanskrit. The name of the Vedic language is known as Chandas, which refers to the prosody and meter. It refers to the Vedas which are set to a Chandas or a specific meter. Sanskrit is the language which is used in the other worldly vyavaharas as speech. Writing kavyas, the dharmashastras, puranas and itihasas like Ramayana and the Mahabharata, with the complete exception of the Veda. Chandas or meter is the language of the Veda. To distinguish the Veda and the other scriptures, Sri Vedavyasa used the expression iti chandamsi and iti lokaya to refer to the Vedic language and Sanskrit respectively. Sanskrit is a language which was made and purified with great care as to have no blemish or defect in it. It is a well-formed language, samyak kritam, and hence it is known as Samskritam. As the word itself tells, we know that the Sanskrit language is evolved or made by someone who sat at it, and the Vedic language, namely Chandas, does not belong to this category of things made by man. Like the Vedas, the linguists of Chandas, the Vedic language, also came, as it were, in a flash of its own accord. There is no grammar for the language Chandas. The divine people evolved the grammar and other details and evolved the Sanskrit language and used it as their spoken language. Sanskrit is therefore known as Deva Bhasha. There are separate Vedic grammar and prosody for the Veda. Sanskrit therefore is not the language of the Veda. The Sanskrit language developed at a later time and became rich in vocabulary due to contacts and exchanges with other languages and nations and cultures. There has been no such growth or development by inflection or external contacts in the Vedic language Chandas. The language of the Veda is comprised of the very many sounds, that is Shabdas, which are considered to bestow all well-being and kshema not only to men but also to animals and all other creations in this universe. The language of the Veda and the many mantras and shastras are not languages as understood in the common parlance of worldly life. It does not pertain to or is attached to one particular race or a particular caste. It is the property of the whole prapancha or universe as it were. The moon is cool and pleasant in all nations. The sun provides life energy for the entire world. We do not question the moon of what nation or the sun of which country. We cannot also afford to do or be without them. Tolkappiyar has said that the Veda Shabdas originated from the Moola of Parashabdas and hence they are of great significance. These sounds are defined as aksharas and Tolkappiyar says that he is not going to deal with the Parashabdas in his work. He will deal about the Vaikari Shabdas, which are heard and are audible to the human ear. The other sounds and Shabdas relate to hidden matters and sacred and holy mantra aksharas. Therefore, he refers to those Shabdas by the expression Andanar Maraithe in his Eluthadigaram under Sutra 102. It is because of this, in temples, Sanskrit is used in chanting the mantras of the Agamas, and the ancient Tamil literature Tolkappiyam also justifies the use of Sanskrit in the temples and Vedic rites. Therefore, there is no justification for praising or decrying any particular language as high or low. It is very unwise to bring in the controversy over the languages in the matters related to the mantra shastras, which are there for the well-being and kshema of the entire human race. The mantras are not alien to us. In fact, they have been with us all along from time immemorial, and they have merged and mingled into our being. Periyava Sharanam.